Hello everyone, my name is Hill, or I usually call myself K2, and today I'm going to introduce you my software from building for the last year. The problem first. My software I want to target in the problem running in an organization. What is that? In an organization, you usually have two kind of people. Operators or admin is the one that is the staff that runs the organization, right? They are usually the one that set the rules for the organization and run all the admin tasks like send some email, post something to social network, uh, things like that. Or maybe say can do some very high level, high risk tasks like send some fund. And another kind of people is member. So members are the ones just join it and usually that passively join the organization. Uh, Organization can be as small as a classroom where the staff is the students, either staff is the teachers, and the staff can also be maybe some student in the class volunteer to do some class, and other members of the other students in the class. An organization can be as big as the country when you have like so in the countries of we most of us are here we are just member, and the staff member are the bureau who run the government. So organizations as big or small, they all have this problem. So for our operator and admins, usually they have to run the organization based on guidelines. But guideline usually incomplete or complex. I show you later. And running organization involves many manual tasks and repetitive tasks. Also, they usually lack of data to re-evaluate their workflow to make improvement. And also, if they know that the workflow is flawed and they want to change it, then apply new version of the workflow is usually time consuming and costly, mostly because of the manual tasks. And for member, because guidelines are usually complex or incomplete, so it's very difficult for members to understand it, and it's very difficult for them to follow what is happening with a request. And that means the workflow is a black box, and the black box invite corruption and bribery. Let me go into detail. So the first one, guidelines are usually incomplete or complex. Before I go to the text, I will show you something here. So I am a member of Monkey Down, and this is what they said about the government process. This is three steps. Actually, it's very good and very precise, and but actually it's incomplete. This reading these three steps do not give you a complete picture of what the DAO can do. If you want to understand more about what they're doing, they have to go. You have to go to their Discord and go to various different things. I show you another example. So this one is incomplete. This one I take the example from Idle DAO, the one partner that we are working with, and actually they are complex. So the governance process here is just a word of text, a lot of text in here, and yeah, and we try to have them to make this one more complete. So we have them build a system like this one. You see, so they have few steps for the governance process, and we build a tool for them to click on this one to read the detail of each text. But after we build this one, we realize that even a complex process like this one, it still invite a lot of logical hole. I mean, uh, if you read all the process in here and you go into really detail on how to run it, you find out that there's a many edge case that people do not cover. Uh, or you can I go to an example like the English swap down in here. They have a governance process in here. Again, it's a word of text, and because it's text, so there's a many they usually make many mistakes in describe or not mistake, but they usually describe the process incomplete. And there's invite some edge case that do not that the government process do not cover. So guidelines are usually a word of text to describe a process involve many party, and they usually miss edge case. Why? Because they are text. They are too complex and too costly to follow. Actually, if you really run the DAO and you have to read all of this and you have to follow all of this, it's not easy. At C, you have to take a while to really understand how to run it. For example, with this one, it looked quite easy, but if you go into detail, you see that you have to follow all the instruction in here if you want to open to open even a simple post in the forum. And that is not a simple thing to do if you want to do it. Like there's a lot of people who want to post proposal in the forum. And running organization involve many manual tasks. In the past, I have been running 2 DAOs. So I run my first DAO in 2021, and I run my is a investment DAO. And in 2023, 2022, I joined Super Team Vietnam, and I'm in charge of DevOps, dev relation, and I have them to run the Instagram process. And actually, I have to juggle between like Airtable, Discord, and many other tools. It is prone to human error. And actually, there's a one problem I want to show you guys in here. You can see this is the website of Super Team Vietnam. I really like them. I give them as an example because I want to improve them. And this is the Instagram process that I was in charge of. And you see that the document here states that every time someone posts into Instagram, they will get feedback within 48 hours. But that's not the true. That was not the true because it usually takes one person 2 weeks to get a response. Why? Because the process is bad. Maybe because maybe the person that run it, me, is bad. Maybe, but we don't have the data to know why, and we don't know what is the process and how to change the process. So actually, so it's costly to iterate new workflow, and we don't have data to re-evaluate any workflow. You know that because in the end of the day, organization are just group of humans, and we need to know who make the best decision on what topic, and maybe you can support people around. And if you talk about CRM, so CRM is not built for this problem. If CRM is usually built for maybe to record the information to make you to move to the next task, but not to record the human decision, not what the CRM is not focused on this use case. And applying new version of the workflow is usually time consuming and costly because you have to set up new tools, you have to do staff training, and if you have a lot of members, then member training is a big problem as well. Yeah, and again, black box workflows invite corruption because I was been there in Super Team Vietnam, so I realized the fact that sometimes I'm too slow in approval, like in working on Instagram application, and someone talk to me and someone like talk to me in private, and they want to know what happened. So because Super Team is still very small, and yet and blockchain and Web3 is still small, so there's not yet corruption there yet. Maybe there, but not yet, as far as I know. But if we grow and if we scale, then surely things like this will invite corruption and bribery. That's the reason why I built my software SyncVote, and I want to show you guys how SyncVote solves this problem. So SyncVote solves this problem by a very simple motto. So what we do is that we digitalize all the workflow, and we want to bring them on chain. So how we do that? So what you see here is the interface of my web app. What I do is that I create a workflow. So in this use case, I create a very simple workflow, maybe an iterable workflow. So the first step is that someone can post something in a Discord forum. Right? Here you can post something in the Discord forum. The author can post it into Discord forum, and you have 1 day to post it. And once you post it, maybe the admin will check like, okay, this one is good or not, and they can make several decisions. They can either reject it, or they can ask you to recreate the topic, or they can ask you to maybe just edit the text, or maybe since you say, okay, it's okay, now you can go to the next step. Yeah. If they ask you to rewrite the topic, so it's go back to this one. If they say it's okay, and you can go to rewrite detail, and it go to this one, to this step. And in this step, what you can do is that maybe you change the text of the topics, and then you go back to quality check, and it says pass, it goes to token holder vote. And in token holder vote in here, I make an example of integrating the snapshot in here. So you can see that once I run this one, it will create a snapshot, and it can go to the final check, and then you can see the original post I post in here is approved by the community or not. So so this is the workflow. And right now my software is run in Web 2. I do not build a Web 3 version. So I'm going to reserve the Web 3 version for the global hackathon because right now I do not code it, but I prepare all the concept. So I just press play in here. Let's say the proposal name maybe let's say buy a book. There is a cool book we want to buy. It costs $20. What do you think? So I'm asking community because I maybe spend the community money to buy my new book. Oh, it takes a while to run. So once it's successfully run, what you can see is that it will create a mission, or maybe I call it a workflow. You can see it in here. Is it called create a new book? Okay, it's create successfully. So I can click in here and I can see that. Okay, it's not buy a new book. Okay, it is here. This is one. No, not it is this one. Buy a book in here. And now it is in the phase of idea discussion. If you click in here, you can see it. It is in idea discussion. So me, on this day, I propose that I want to buy a book, and to make it more clearer, I want to create a post in the forum. So for this demo, I use my forum in here. This is my forum. This is the forum in here. There's a lot of doubt using this one. So let's say I want to create this content again. This is a Discord post to buy a book with your approval. Okay. The book name maybe the class. I'm doing this one. And just press confirm. So what is happening behind the scene is that I put something into the forum in here, and you can see it's in the forum in here. It says just a few seconds ago I put something in the forum, and this is the text. So I want to buy a book. I need your approval, and the book. This is the book name and other thing. And you see that we have an unified interface because with this interface we see all the progress of this one. Of this proposal. Let's say maybe now I will be you can see the admin in here. I put myself as the admin in here because I'm the admin, so I can say, okay, I think this one is cool, but I want you to maybe edit it because your text is not clear. Okay, you see now we go to step 3, and it's asking me to rewrite the detail because I make the detail in here is not good enough. Maybe I will update it. I will it and keep in the community library. Okay, just confirm. Now I confirm it, and if you go back to this post, you see that already updated. Yeah. So the good thing is in here that as a member of the community, I can see very clearly that how things happen. I see that this person, maybe I'm someone else. Just go to the ignito path. Okay, I go to Igniter tab here, and you see that I can see very clearly that in this community, someone asked to buy a book. This is his proposal, is in the forum post, and the admin team make a request him to edit, and he have to rewrite it, and now it's stopping here, and the admin team is doing quality check again. If I click in here and I vote, I cannot do it. I don't have permission because I should authenticate with either my wallet using MetaMask in here or either my email. Yeah, and a good thing about my software is that I also building um, Chrome extension version. You can see it in here. I can use Chrome extension version in here, so it's going to be kind of like more. So yeah, you can look at it in here. It's quality check in here, and it's more like yeah, it's 3 minutes ago, but 2 minutes ago. So everything in here is more like user friendly. So yeah, and this is all the choice that I can make. Go back to our example. I said, okay, I like this one and I want him to pass. Now it passed and it goes to next step. Now I'm going to create a proposal in a snapshot space. Before going to that, I want to show you this one. Because we are working in blockchain and I want to record every step in here. So if you click this button, actually it download a JSON file from Arweave. So every step in here, every time people make a decision, every time a checkpoint is passed and go to the next step, I record everything in Arweave. So you can recreate all the process using your own interface, not just my interface. Now let's go to this one. Now I want to create a proposal on Snapshot for all the token holder to decide. I have to connect my wallet first. Let me connect my wallet. Okay, my wallet is connected. Now I say, okay, guys, to token holder. Okay, the title is like vote to buy a new book. Maybe I just copy paste some text in here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can see that the cool thing is that I cannot change any of the. I just change this one. I cannot change this one because the workflow is already designed the blueprint for this step. So whatever design in the workflow, this step they have to follow. Let's say now I click vote. Yeah, when I click vote, what happened is that I will sign it on my mobile phone. Okay. Oh, it's not there yet. I have to log in again. Okay. Yes. By book. And take the text again and vote. Okay. Now I sign it on my phone. Okay. Once I sign it on my phone, so it create a a vote on snapshot, you can click in here and you'll see the vote in here. So this is the vote in snapshot. Yeah, and people can make decision. And it go to final check in here. So it can depend. Like in this simple workflow, I just let that admin can decide to go to next checkpoint or just fail or just go to OK. But in real life use case, I can read the result from the snapshot checkpoint, snapshot vote, and decide the next step for this workflow. So you see, everything is very transparent and very clear for both admins and community member, because you see everything in one unified interface and you know exactly what happened with each steps. So go back to my slide. So my solution is that I digitalize the workflow and bring them on chain. So the admin and operator will design a workflow, store it on chain, and automate most of the tasks. And for member, they can turn the workflow into mission, to something that runs. Just think of the workflow as a blueprint and the mission as a car. So you want to make sure that every mission will follow the guideline of the blueprint, and it's very easy and efficiency, very easy to follow those steps. And you have one unified UI to follow all the steps of the mission in just one place. Uh, that's quite important because, for example, I'm recently I joined Marinette and I staked their token. I staked Soul there, and I joined the Marinette Earn Season 1. And actually, it took me, I have to do a research and to read a few places like their website and their rims to understand what happened with the proposal of the Marinette Earn Season 1. So, but if Marinette use my software, so everything will be very simple. User will have a user interface just like this, and they know that maybe a few months ago, Marinette create a vote in here, and they have some discussion in here, they make some trade in here, and now they say okay, and the final system is like this. And so that is a very good way to not only benefit the admin and the operator of the DAO, but also the member of the DAO as well. So you see that in my presentation, I touched nothing about Solana or on chain. You just see MetaMask there and maybe snapshot. But actually, the idea behind my software, that the app software I'm going to build for the hackathon, is that everything will run on Solana, and I use wormhole to interact with other chain, because Solana is a chain that the transaction fee is cheap. That's one thing. But the best thing is that you have multiple. You can sign a transaction with multiple key. That means that people from other chain can interact and they don't have to pay the fee, because maybe the admin of the organization, they deposit some soul to the program, and the program on the server pay it later. And so it's very user friendly. Like people can from other chain can use this software without knowing it's running on Solana. That's the reason why I intend to demo without Solana in here. And yeah, and the next reason why I want to be with on-chain, because it's your key, your voice, right? This is a very secure way for people to make a choice on important decision. Potential application. I think potential application of SyncVote is it can be the operating system for every organization. It can have onboard millions people into blockchain via private key voting, because the first version I'm building is a Web 2.1, and I intend to keep this one running keep this one running with the Web 3.1, so I can have onboard normal people using this system. And later I tell them like, now you use your email to do voting, do you want to use your private key? Because actually it's more secure, and you don't have to, and actually it's the UX is really good, because everyone uses your phone right now, and if you use private key and if you wallet in the phone, it's very convenient. And this application might be one that can have about like millions more people into blockchain. And it makes sense to use this one on blockchain as well because it's not about there's no token here. It's about private key. It's about your key, your voice, and your power. Another potential application is this one can be a logic builder for automated agents. For example, the one that make decision can be sensor in maybe in the field or maybe in a workshop, maybe in somewhere, and those automated agents can work together to do complex tasks. And maybe the AI can have in here to iterate the workflow and change the workflow and optimize it to reach optimum result. Next step for me is that I will refactor and prepare this app for the next global hackathon and build the on-chain version. And my CTA, my call to action of this video, that if you're involving in an organization, please DM me. I'm happy to serve you, happy to build workflow for you and have you use my software. And yeah, because this software is built to serve organization. And if you're a member or maybe admin or operator, any organization, any DAO, Web3 or Web2 or whatever, just text me and I'm happy to serve. Okay. Yeah. My contact is this is my email and this is my Twitter or X handle and this is my team handle. So you can contact me through this. Thank you very much for listening.